Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the news. Look at you, negative 3dB, all up there. 82 and humid as hell in Buffalo. But before we start, let's find out what the weather is here. What is the weather like today in sunny Florida?
It's
Fernando?
close to his. It's 81.
Right at the moment?
Yes, right at the moment it's 81. The high is gonna be 88. The low is gonna be 75. So.
And it feels like temperature.
And it feels like 120.
Yeah. And guaranteed we'll have rain at 5 o'clock.
5:45, because it's like the 20 minutes, 15 minutes is when goes crazy.
Beautiful all day, and it'll rain right before we leave.
Yeah.
And then I get to run in the rain.
Yeah. And just to let you know, it's gonna rain every day.
Yeah. Every night this week has been going home and running in the rain. At least there wasn't lightning. That was the only nice thing. Tuesday or Monday, whatever day that was sketchy. It was like, okay, getting content. But anyways, we got a news show for you. We got a bunch of announcements we need to make. We'll save those till the end of the news. Things just keep getting crazier and crazier here, that is for sure. But yeah, let's just dive right into it. Like I said, we got a bunch of announcements that we'll do at the end of the show. That way we'll have maximum viewership as it was. But hey, let us know what the weather's like where you're at, and yeah, make us jealous. That's basically what it comes down to, because your weather is way better
70.
than our weather.
Wow.
You know. But first up, Metra is on point as usual, coming out with dash kits that we didn't even know we needed. But we knew we needed them because they're for cars that, you know, hey, people buy.
Yeah.
And that would be...
That would be none.
I don't know. I had a laptop here a minute ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
Hang on.
Where did my laptop go?
All right, put it on.
Let's go to yours. So what we have is the Metra Electronics has got the 957399B, which is the new Elantra dash kit. Blackout panel included. As you can see, it looks really nice up there in the dash. I'm glad that they're coming out with these. This is awesome for sure. But I'm just curious as to, like, what is Hyundai doing that is so bad? But But I will give them this. They're like the only people that are developing anything for Hyundai. I mean, okay, I take that back. Not the only people. Let me see if this is going to work. Why does this keep going to black? Well, it's going to be a problem because, like, the whole news show is on my computer.
Yeah, it is.
Anyways, they must be next to a Hyundai dealership for sure, so... Yeah, no, it's not that. It's doing what it's supposed to. Hold on, I'm gonna go white for a second. Multi-viewer. Oh yeah, no, mine is just.
It's just black.
It's just black.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, it seems like Metra right now is. What I like about Metra is. Just keep coming out with new things. It seems like every week, you know, they just like, all right, we're gonna release this one this week, and next week we're gonna release the other one next week. Now,
iData did just come out with a bunch of Hyundai harnesses and SPDIF adapters, so we do have good harnesses available. But I mean, Metra, you know, they got the plastics and they do have harnesses for it. Look, I'm just happy people are developing dash kits.
So now they say this is from the highest quality ABS plastic.
And to be, you know,
and now what I'm going with this is like, when now it's expensive. Plastic.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm just wondering if it's gonna be like
the
regular prices that Metra has.
There are no regular prices. No, because
you kind of see
dash kits are getting close. The thing is dash kits are creeping up there. I mean, the $100 dash kit for a piece of plastic is becoming the normal. I mean, it really is, because these cars aren't getting any easier. They're not going to be selling. Plus, you got to remember, like the day of the $10 dash kit where everyone was buying a dash kit's gone.
It's gone. Yeah.
So they make this dash kit. How many of them are they going to sell? They're going to sell a couple thousand.
Oh man, it's a lot of Hyundais, man.
But what I'm saying is right now they're not going to sell a lot of them. 5 years from now, everybody's going to be buying them.
The reason why, you're right. I don't
it's probably close to $100 dash kit.
Right.
Because I mean, let's be honest. To put a radio in a dash in a modern car is $1,000. Okay, you got $500 for a radio, somewhere around plus or minus. You know, that's cool. But then you got $500 in parts. I mean, between the smart harness that does your steering wheel controls, your backup camera, your USB retention, steering wheel control retention, the plastics, the antenna adapters, it's $1,000.
Yeah, yeah. And we're talking about for 2019 to 2020 car, right? And now in these days, it comes with almost everything.
One of the things about doing live is, I'll read stuff that I'm not going to repeat on all the shows, and I'll laugh. And I hope they know that I'm laughing at theirs, because it is funny. But it's just,
Well, you got to taste it.
You got to taste it. Yeah, definitely.
This is good. Yeah.
And speaking about companies that come out with new stuff non-stop, one of my favorite companies for doing that is Back at It Again. And they are, hold on, let me scroll to the beginning of this. You guys know them. DS18. DS18 is back at it again with just more stuff. Is that our guy right there?
Yeah, that's Rob.
I was going to say, look at him. He's a monster.
Yeah.
They have just taken the Jeep, like everyone else is kind of dabbling in the Jeep business. And I feel like DS18 is just like, y'all can dabble, but we're going to use our high quality ABS and come out with just some like next level, like you didn't even know you needed it kind of thing. So for the JLs and the LRs, JL, FD, LR, V2s, we have these pods. I believe these are door pods.
8-inch or 10-inch?
Dude, I don't know. It's a monster. But we fit 6.5 in a tweet. So
okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I know it looks huge. And it's just weird. We have new sound bars to fit bigger, more exciting things. Big tweeters with lights. 2.8s. So this takes your sound bar up to 2.8s, which is just like we know ridiculous.
You want loud?
You want it loud? Scrolling down, we have even more sound bars. This is the JK, and just gigantic.
I mean,
we got 2 8-inch again in this thing. And then they finally came out with their version of the Jeep brackets. I'm glad that more companies are starting to come out with these. Hopefully these are good. Right now, as you can see, they have their 6-inch loudspeaker in there, but I know you can buy them loaded and unloaded. I'll be interested to get a pair of those in.
Yeah. Okay, talk about this company. I went and just checked it out, and they have a hybrid loudspeaker mid-range. I don't know if you saw that one.
DS18 has?
Yes.
Okay, because when you say hybrid, it just screws me up.
It's just
there's too many.
That's what they call it. They call it hybrid.
I think we reported on that at one point.
Yeah, I'm like,
a couple months back.
Wow, but that's different. Also, this company, it seems like Metra and this company, they just fighting. Like, okay, who is it? Who's gonna release
brackets? Well, I mean, but I feel like DS18 does. I don't know, man. They just come out with so much stuff. Like, It's just like, hey, they're out of stock. Oh yeah, this thing. I remember this thing. Yeah, where you just have this giant. It's like a horn, or But
for me, this one seems like what you put in front of the microphone.
Oh, like a pop filter?
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, if they're which I'm sure they're gonna be at KnowledgeFest. I need to go over there and spend some time with them.
Also, this company put the 1 year for $19 or 2 years for $26.
Which is the warranty.
Well, definitely, I would buy the warranty because.
I mean,
why not?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, you're gonna play it loud and just go crazy, so.
Yeah. Speaking of KnowledgeFest, Dallas is coming up. For those of you that are in industry, August 27th through 29th. If you don't know this is happening by now, whether you're in industry or out of industry, I think we've talked about it enough. You're definitely living under a rock. MEA projects strong attendance at Dallas's KnowledgeFest. So something to keep in mind here, the 28th, because anybody can follow them on Facebook. I know that. I don't think because I know Sue follows them and Haley follow them because, you know, we periodically pop up on there. But on the 28th, I'll be doing a live show for them on their page. We might try to simulcast that. Where we've been kind of we not them have been kicking around the idea of we might just put my phone there and simulcast it to our YouTube channel,
so you guys can
see it at the same time.
But we don't know because we have to, you know, talk to them.
Gotta make sure
they
it's okay.
agree with that.
Most of the time, they're down for whatever dumb stuff we come up with, but they're expecting attendance. They have 50 vendors. At the beginning of the week, there was some like, hey, somebody's pulling out, and it's like, listen, COVID is real. We know that. Some manufacturers are like, hey, you know, our guys opt out. To me, that's the responsible thing to do as a manufacturer, as a person. If you don't feel comfortable doing something, you don't force your employees to do it, which I think is the real purpose of this. However, most manufacturers are like, no, we're going. To quote Chris Bennett and Matthew Palumbo, we'll both be there, bro.
25. No, it's right. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I'm not in the business. Hey, man.
Anyways.
You can still watch it.
Yeah, you know, and we try to bring as much of it to you as possible. I'm just excited because there are a ton of vendors that are going to be there. It looks like it's going to be a really big show. We're super excited to be part of it as always. But
we're gonna have a different I don't know plan
yes. Attack.
Yes. So to show you guys other installers and whatever, you know.
Cars. We want to show you cars.
Cars, installers. I'm going to take.
Well,
some
I will say
selfies
this.
With them and
looking at the numbers of all the all the videos we shot while we were there last time in Orlando, we know what you like because the numbers reflected it. We know what you didn't like, and we read the comments. So we paid really close attention to that because that was a format that we'd never done before, and it seemed to work really well. You guys enjoyed the videos we created. You did a spectacular job with all the interviews you did, even though you were sitting there going, these are going to be terrible.
Oh, man.
They were all fabulous.
Oh, man, I'm so sorry, guys.
All you did is say go, and then it just, you know. There was one of the comments was like, I would have loved to see the unedited version of it. And I was like, no, you wouldn't have. No.
Okay, so now that we talk about, do you watch the automobile or automobile?
Yeah, automobile.
I always get confused with
I know.
that. Anyway, those cuts that I did.
I watched all of it. Yeah.
And it's like, all right, let's try again.
And I didn't put any of it in there.
I know.
All
right, let's try again.
It wasn't even necessary.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, I don't know why he's doing this. All right. Anyways, so if you have the opportunity... Oh, also, one of the announcements we are going to make, while we're in Texas on the 26th, we will be at Jay's
Tint Audio.
Jay's Tint and Audio. So in the morning, the afternoon, somewhere in that time on Thursday, we'll be at, that's the 26th, we'll be at Jay's Tint and Audio.
So just keep...
there in Dallas, Texas, hanging out with our friend Oscar. Some of you guys that expressed interest in like, hey, yeah, that would be a great time. I know it's like a really crappy time, so there again, we'll be staying at the Omni if you want to make the trip over. Nighttime is the best to find us, you know, sometime later, like after 9. We'll be hanging out in the bar area, not drinking, of course, because I don't drink. We just hang out. You were fine with just having the Google thing.
I think so.
Yeah, I was gonna say. But if what happened?
I didn't know what happened.
I just hit history.
I did.
Anyways, that's where we'll be, right there. Nope,
hey,
that was the one before it. Yeah. Well, sorry, it's a typical Friday.
No, you keep going. I will find
I'm buying Coronas. Okay, so moving back, let me get back into this here. Speaking of KnowledgeFest and trade shows, as it were, this one is a wrong video. This is a pay-per-play. For those of you guys that are familiar with Mobile Solutions, of course, we make the wire ruler for them. You can find them at mobilesolutionsusa.com. They have the Mobile Solutions Expo that is coming up in Arizona in March. It is a pay-for-play event. It costs like $800. And Mark Fukuda is going to be doing the keynote there. For those of you that don't know Mark Fukuda, the two products he's holding up in his hands, the Fukuda Square, and of course the Animal. Those are his products. He invented those years and years ago. He's been a competitor. He is an all-around. He's been everywhere. He's one of the OGs. If you've ever seen the yellow Rockford van from back in the day, that is his. Right now, he's currently serving as president and CEO of Wave Electronics, but he holds more world records in audio than you could ever possibly imagine. It'll be nice to have him there. I've personally never met him, so if I get the opportunity to say hi, I would love to.
That would be awesome. You know, I would love to interview him. Just tell us about, you know, the history of, because he worked for Rockford too, and go
yeah, well, that's
the whole thing. So that would be cool if we have the opportunity to do something like that.
Yeah, that would be fun. All right, for those of you that are curious about Jay's Tint and Car Audio, this is it here. Jay's Tint and Car Audio is located at
East Side Avenue, Dallas, Texas.
Well, I was going for the 4418. 4418 East Side Avenue, Dallas, Texas. That's where we'll be on the 26th, Thursday, in the afternoon there. We have a real early flight. Our plans that we had originally got poo-pooed, which, what else is new?
But that's our friend Oscar there and Juan, so we're going to stream it live.
I know, right? It's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're going to stream live. I plan on just hanging out in the install bay like people do when they come visit us.
He's going to push you to work. Hey, man, come on.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Oh, Jesus. You better not put us to work. I don't want to do shit.
Install Ninja. I remember Install Ninja.
Hey, that's Shaughnessy.
Yeah, Shaughnessy.
Yeah, Shaughnessy. That's Canadian.
Yeah.
It's Canadian, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's, as we all know, Canada is still kind of like, that ain't going to happen, guys.
But they open it.
Did they?
Yeah,
they probably closed it again. All right, one of the problems that we're having right now, actually it was funny because we had Power Hog in the house yesterday and this was the topic that came up. 3 problems with shipping. Right now, just getting products, I mean, the funny thing is we really just reported on this like last week, and between now and when we reported on it last, the cost of a container, which when we reported it last week, it was either last week or the week before, was up from $3,000 to $5,000 to $20,000 for a container. That container for $20,000 now, just a short period later, is up to $25,000. Holy Jesus. I mean, if you think about it, if you got 5 containers a year, you were paying $25,000. Okay, in previous times.
Yeah.
That's $125,000 you're paying now. If you think the cost of goods sucks, that would be why. Because you went from, I mean, that's insanity. So, 3 reasons for this, as it turns out. One of them has to do with the fact, all right, the first question is time. Delays at the port require that a container stay at sea longer, so it makes fewer trips per year. So basically, I'll just keep reading, why not? As a result, shipping companies are charging more for each of those longer trips. Where a container was making 15 trips a year, now it can only make 7 because it has to sit at the port. It has to have triple the food on board. It has to pay the workers for sitting on the ship longer. All right, so basically what they're saying is for them it sucks too. They used to make 15 runs, now they're making 7 runs. So they have to make the same amount of money. Boom, they charge more there. Now it gets more exciting. The second reason for shipping delays at higher shipping costs, according to one of their partners, is there has been a consolidation among shipping companies for the past 15 years, so that what remains is essentially a 5-company cartel. Now, we know when we put the name cartel at the end of everything, that's usually implying something bad. In this case, it is also. There was consolidation as they are being investigated for price fixing. So right now, it's price fixing, basically. In other words, the shipping companies may be charging top dollar because they know they can. If there's 5 companies that handle all the shipping in the world, and they all talk to one another, then they're all going to charge the same amount of money.
They increase their prices.
There's no Walmart of shipping containers. So we have that as problem number 2. The companies themselves are questionably honest. okay. The third reason of higher container costs, according to sources, is the pandemic itself. Protective gear is being shipped all over the world, say to Africa, where a container may sit for many months waiting for return load. Chinese manufacturers are now making containers, but the price of steel is up 40 to 50%. While these key reasons of higher costs, there are others, including hoarding containers on the parts of larger companies. So basically what's happened is, for one, we got these goofballs that are trying to make houses out of shipping containers, because at one point there was a ton of shipping containers. Two, when containers come over here to the US, it takes a while for them, as in Africa, to get full back up so they can ship them back across. So they end up sitting here empty, because you're not going to ship empty containers back across to some other country. It doesn't make any sense. It costs way too much money. So where all the goods are coming from, they don't have containers because they're sitting on the other side, and you know, it's like a lost proposition. And I don't know. It just seems like somebody with more brain power needs to put some effort into this and sit down and straighten these guys out. It all worked when the economy was great and goods were flowing all over the globe, but now they're not. Yeah. And it just kind of sucks. So I know when we were talking with Scott yesterday from Power Hog, he's like, dude, I got a container full of stuff that needs to come over here, but it's like, and by container, it's probably like a quarter of a container. And he's like, dude, I'm waiting because it's like I can't afford to ship those products here and take that hit. So who doesn't price fix? Grocery stores until they get caught. I don't know. I mean, the reality is it's just the fleecing of the world right now. And if the thing is we need the goods, so people will pay the price. I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
So now we talk about the fixing prices. I remember when the pandemic started, all crazy around here. That was stores that they sell toilet paper, hand sanitizer, and all that crazy stuff, like double the money that you normally do, you know. And
well, I mean, here in
they
Florida,
got in the news and everything.
Well, yeah, because here in Florida we have laws against that. If anything happens like that, dude, the fines aren't worth it. The fines aren't worth it. And the reason why we have them in this state, of course, is because all the wonderful natural disasters that we have. And I'm sure a lot of other states that have natural disasters have the same thing. But because of the hurricanes that we frequently have and tropical storms, which are headed here this weekend, price gouging is something that is unacceptable. So if the case of water is $5 and then just because, hey, there's a tropical storm coming, it's 10, no, man. It's like one phone call hotline and that store is just, woohoo, sucks to be them.
Yep.
But anyways,
I gotta buy some of those.
Gotta buy some of those.
Some pumpkin seeds.
Yeah, just don't spit them outside your window, man.
Hey, dude, that was like
that took like a month for those sunflower seeds to disappear.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's pretty much the stories we have. Now we have some stories of our own. If you guys caught Instagram yesterday, we talked about the road trip 2021 that we have coming up. And for those of you that didn't, this is what it is. On, what are the dates? Labor Day weekend.
From the 4th to the 6th.
So that's that's Saturday night. On the 4th of September, Labor Day weekend, we'll be doing a normally rescheduled show, meaning we're going to take your questions and have a good time. But here in the install bay to this beautiful Camaro is going to be a kicker pickup truck loaded with 415s and a whole bunch of other fun and exciting things. And the reason why it's here is because we came up with the dumb idea, and I'm going to throw we on this one. It wasn't totally my idea because you okayed it. We are going to be driving that kicker truck back to Stillwater, Oklahoma over the weekend. That's right, Dean and Fernando are making a road trip. And of course, we're going to film the whole thing and go live on Instagram and YouTube and just take you guys along for all the shenanigans that we plan on having fun to do, which is basically we have no idea. We have no idea what's going to happen. We know it's a 20-hour ride from here to Stillwater. We don't plan on making we don't need to get there that fast. No. So we're going to be stopping along the way. We're going to publish our route so you guys know where we'll be. And if you're in the area and you want to, whatever, flag us down, drive up next to us on the interstate and wave, hey, whatever, we'll figure it out. But the fact of the matter is that Tuesday, we have to return the truck to them we're there till Fernando's going to be there. It's about 2 o'clock, so we'll go on. He gets to get a exclusive masked private. He'll probably have to be in a bunny suit tour. But then Tuesday night, which I probably shouldn't be announcing because we just literally talked about it yesterday, but something may happen Tuesday night because I fly back on Wednesday. There, that's safe enough.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll call it that. So that weekend is Labor Day weekend. Will be the crazy live casting of Dean and Fernando's trip to Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So that'd be pretty fun. Now, as far as cancellations that have happened, Carlos, who was supposed to be here next Tuesday, has canceled. Or got canceled, I should say. It wasn't.
That was not him. That
wasn't
was just
him.
like,
Kicker was just like, yeah, you don't need to go to Florida. And so we will not have him on Tuesday, so there won't be a Tuesday show. But Fernando's still leaving early on Saturday, which means we'll have Seth Hostetter from JVC Kenwood on for a JVC Kenwood Q&A show. We have nothing planned other than answering your questions on Kenwood, so that is going to be the 21st of this month, not this weekend. This weekend is just a regular show, but the 21st.
So that's going to be just Kenwood, or we're going to add Kenwood and JVC?
I don't think it matters. He can answer both questions. He works for that. So it'll be whatever it is. So I know you guys have been asking for that every time he's on. You always have like these random Kenwood questions that pop up and we never get to them. So we'll be doing that on the 21st. And then the weekend after that, of course, is KnowledgeFest. So we have a ton of just Friday night. That is going to be Friday the 27th. We'll be doing a live broadcast from Electromedia's booth, so that'll be Otis and Hertz. We'll have those guys there. One of the top questions we get is, what do you guys think of the Hertz Milli Pros? Well, we're going to be there. So if there's any tech you'd like to know about any of their products, of course, we'll have...
No, you guys talk about, what do you guys think about Hertz, DSP, and all that stuff? You can answer. We can answer some questions in there. So, about. But
we'll be live from their booth doing our last live broadcast from a booth at KnowledgeFest. We used to do that in the past. It's something we decided we didn't want to do anymore, just because it's just a pain, and it's a lot more equipment than we need to bring, and we bring a ton of equipment. We had promised them that we would do this in the past. So now, the first KnowledgeFest back, we're like, yes, of course. We promised you we'd do it. We're going to do it. We're going to set up in their booth. We'll have our mics. We'll have our cameras. We'll do some interviews of their guys. I wonder if Jeff Peters will be there. For those of you guys don't know Jeff Peters, we've had him on the show before. He used to work for MB Court over in Germany back in the day, but now he works for Electromedia.
He's going to be there.
Speaking of MB Courts, apparently, Maxonic got their panties in a little. Ooh. Somebody got a cease and desist on talking about it. It wasn't us, because we're just reporters of the news, guys. Anyways, Clearwater to Stillwater 2021. Yeah, that's going to be what's going to happen. We're pretty excited about that.
Yep.
So that's what we got so far. That was the announcements we wanted to make. We got a ton of trips coming up here. Some of them we're not going to talk about until we know for sure, but the ones we do know, the nice thing about the road trip 2021 to Stillwater is that it doesn't matter about COVID. Nobody cares. We're just driving in a car, so
that's it.
Nothing's going to stop that. Yay! Unless they close the borders between states. I mean, really? Why? So it'll be fun. We're excited about that. Pick me up on the way. It's a two-seater, bro. I mean, if you want to ride in the bed, it's all good. Hope it's got a tonneau cover.
Hey.
Luggage might get wet. Or you'll be sitting in the front seat like this. All right, guys. That is the news. That's what we got coming to you. Thanks so much for tuning in on this beautiful Friday morning. Go forth, be merry, have a good time. If you don't follow us on Instagram, make sure you do over at 5-Star Car Stereo, the number 5-Star Car Stereo, where we do daily reports. We call it 5 Minutes of 5-Star. And, of course, if you miss them, it's no big deal. We put Monday is the 5-Star recap show. If you guys follow us over there on YouTube, you know that. All the stuff we talked about gets put into one long, we like to call it like a podcast, even though it's not. But you get to watch all of that. And, of course, tomorrow night we'll be here for your questions and answer on the regular Car Stereo Talk over on the 5-Star Network. You guys go forth and enjoy your Friday.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
I love Café con Caramelo.